I know Scary Terry's amazing. I really do. I think he's probably, if I had to pick a player that I'd want to steal from the Commanders, he'd be up there. But I saw an article today about Terry McLaurin, and he lines up at left wide receiver 76% of the time for you guys. 76% of the time, which is top in the NFL. He doesn't line up anywhere else. The closest to him, I think, was DJ Moore from the Chicago Bears, who's at 59% at left wide out. So stuff like that, I feel like could maybe limit Jaden Daniels. Like Cliff Kingsbury's been known to he did that with DeAndre Hopkins in Arizona. So it's like, you got to get a little bit of creative with him. Like, have you guys felt in the last few games, this last 2 games skid, that have you seen a little bit of chinks in the armor at all with Jaden Daniels in the offense?
Justin, take it away while I pull some stats.
I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like Cliff fails to get Terry involved sometimes. I mean, it all depends the week. It depends his play style. Like one week we could play a run heavy, the next week we're pass heavy. I think Cliff has to do a better job of getting Terry involved.
Right.
And just like with the other Brown receivers, Tanami Brown, Noah Brown, I feel as he just makes them run the route and hope for the best. It's not like we're doing like a jet reverse, trickery play or something like that,
Well, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were about to go on stats there. I guess like my other thought too, outside of your offense and getting Terry McLaurin involved, like what obviously getting more tape on Jaden Daniels in the NFL helps, but what do the Cowboys need to do to make sure that Jaden Daniels doesn't have a career game this Sunday?
And it's an early game too. It's 10 a.m. So you guys, where are you guys on the East Coast? Are you guys, or what time are you? You're East Coast?
Yeah.
So you guys got the 1 p.m. game. We have a 10 a.m. game. So we are forced to drink at 10 a.m. this Sunday. Like someone's twisting our arm to force us to drink at 10 a.m. Will we do it for the?
So rough.
Will we do it for the sake of the show? Yeah, we will. We'll show up and we'll crack them if you got them, because that's the only way I can make it through 3 hours of Cowboys football right now. But I'll let you answer Ad's question.
No, well, what you need at 10 a.m. is some mimosas, a little bit of French toast, some pancakes, so you can soak up the alcohol so you're good by 1 o'clock our time. No, double coverage. Every time Terry's been double or even triple covered, he does not produce. Even since the Carolina game, 98 yards, 125 against Chicago, 19 against the Giants, 113 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 10 against the Eagles. Like, it's so hot and cold.
Yeah.
Like a bad massage, like Deshaun Watson knows how to produce.
I hate Watson. What a pervert.
If that man disappeared off the face of the earth, Cleveland would be celebrating. Not the front office, but Cleveland would. But it's so back and forth, and I get you want to throw Terry the long ball because Jaden has a really good deep pass. We've seen it this season to De'Ami Brown, Terry McLaurin a bunch of times, even to I think Luke for a few of them. So he can throw them out. It's just whenever pressure gets in and he can't run, like in that Philly and the Steelers game to a degree, he can't find Terry. Yeah, you're pulling up the stats on screen. It's so hot and miss. Like the start of the season, 17, 22, 152, 112, 53, 98, 125, 19.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're gonna blue ball me, at least do it consistent. This is ridiculous.
Fantasy managers all around the world who have Terry McLaurin on their team are probably pissed week in and week out. Now they're probably thinking, "What's the pattern? This week he's gonna go off. Okay, Here we go. What's the pattern?"
Yeah, but at some point too, like in the Eagles game, there one catch. Like at some point, you just got to throw him a contested ball too, right? Like if they're gonna try to take him away Terry's has a good chance at a contested ball, right? But yeah, you're looking at these stats, man. Like he has a chance to either break the game or just kind of disappear, and by no fault of himself.
Okay, so we're talking about Terry McLaurin. So he's hot and cold. So he was cold last week, which means he's going to come out fucking red hot on the Cowboys. So fuck you guys. But bring up Jaden Daniels stats for me here, because my original question is, what do the Cowboys need to do to shut down Jaden Daniels? So I just want to kind of look at Jaden Daniels week-to-week stats. But, as teams are getting more tape on him, what are the Cowboys looking at right now, and how do we make sure that fucking Jaden Daniels doesn't Joe Burrow us and get in that MVP conversation again.
There's his stats right there.
Okay.
They're up on the board.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I hate to say it, but in a roundabout way, they have to take away Terry.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, I mean, he's averaging what is that? 250, 260 yards a game.
Yep.
I mean, he won't throw a lot of passing touchdowns, which I think coming into the game or coming into the season, we knew he wasn't going to be a Joe Burrow with Dak Prescott kind of thrower in the pocket. He was going to get mobile. But 10-3 going into week 12 against a really good Eagles defense, a really good Steelers defense, a really good Baltimore defense. He has, what is that, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception against those 3 defenses, and I think 2 on the ground. But you guys got to limit Terry. I think if you can get him in the backfield and he doesn't break a whole lot of tackles, like what TJ Watt did, like when Brandon Graham, and what the Eagles did, you guys can get him down for a few sacks. So I think just limiting his first 2 options and not letting the run game get super heavy is going to help you guys. Now, if you let up the run game like you guys normally do, then I can't help you there.
It's true, though. It's true. And you're going to see a heavy dose. Right now, your lead backs, the man, the myth, the legend, that one video of Brian Robinson running out to the 50 Cent song, like that shit goes fucking hard. He's your guys' lead back right now, right?
Yeah.
By a lot. Has Eckler been a good addition at all?
I think as a rotation piece, absolutely. I think that's what he was going to do, was be a rotation piece. And especially when Brian's been out, like 3 games this season he's missed. He hasn't played all the games. But he has 524 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.5 runs a carry. His longest this season is 40 yards. And then he's got another about 100 through the air. But Eckler, on the other hand, is kind of that rotation piece. We need a 333 on the ground, 4 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a carry, and has another 350 yards through the air. So he won't have his 1,000-yard season, but he'll have 1,000 all-purpose yards,
which is that's pretty good. You'll take that. You'll take that from anyone. One thing that I think that the Commanders have to do to win the game is they have to just show up there.
Show up
and put their helmets on and their pads on.